If you are about to buy a PC, stop. Seriously, just put the wallet down. Because what we are about to discuss is going to completely change the landscape of desktop computing. We have been digging through the latest supply chain reports and verified leaks for 2026, and the conclusion is terrifying for PC manufacturers. Apple isn't just iterating anymore. They are preparing to dominate. While everyone has been distracted by the flashy OLED MacBook rumors, the real revolution is happening on the desktop. We are talking about a new Mac Mini that might finally kill the budget gaming PC. A Mac Studio that rivals the highest-end workstations, and the controversial likely permanent death of the Mac Pro. If you care about performance, value, or just having the fastest machine on the block, you need to know what is coming. Let's start with the machine that is about to become the undisputed king of value, the Mac Mini. To understand the magnitude of the M5 upgrade, we first have to appreciate the M4. When the M4 Mac Mini dropped, it was a revelation. It was the biggest overhaul in 20 years, shrinking the footprint to an impossibly small size while delivering performance that embarrassed computers 3 times its size. It was the perfect computer. But Apple being Apple, they weren't satisfied. The leaks for the 2026 M5 Mac Mini are here, and they paint a picture of a machine that is angry, powerful, and ready to game. The headline feature here is the M5 chip. We are moving straight from the M4 generation to the M5 and M5 Pro. This is not a refresh. This is a generational leap. The leaked benchmarks are startling. We are looking at an 18% boost in rendering tasks like Blender. That is great for creators. But for the gamers who have felt left out of the Apple ecosystem, this is your moment. The M5 GPU is clocking in at 33% faster in AAA titles like Cyberpunk. That is a massive third-generational jump in 1 year. We are finally reaching a point where this tiny silent box can sit under your TV or on your desk and play legitimate, high-fidelity games without breaking a sweat. The CPU gains are equally impressive, with a 16% jump in multi-core performance. And because it is 2026, we have to talk about AI. The neural engine in the M5 is getting a steroid shot, showing an 18% improvement in tasks like video upscaling with Topaz AI. If you run local large language models, this machine is going to fly. We have even found the codenames in the firmware. J873S for the Pro model, and J873G for the base model. This is real and it is coming. Physically, don't expect a redesign. The chassis introduced with the M4 is staying. It is efficient, thermal-friendly, and frankly it looks great. You will get the same port layout. 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports and 2 USB-C ports on the front for the base model. However, the M5 Pro is expected to bring Thunderbolt 5 to the rear ports. This opens up massive bandwidth for high-speed storage arrays and high refresh rate displays. We are expecting a launch around WWDC in mid-2026. And the best part? The price is staying at $599. A computer this powerful, this small for $600? It effectively destroys the argument for building a budget PC. But maybe you are a professional. Maybe the Mac Mini is just a toy to you. You need a workstation. You need the Mac Studio. This is where things get fascinating. The rumors indicate that Apple is making a strategic shift. They are skipping the M4 Ultra entirely. The current Studio runs the M3 Ultra, and the next version will leapfrog directly to the M5 Max and M5 Ultra. This skip suggests that the M5 architecture is something special, something worth waiting for. The biggest news for the Mac Studio isn't just raw speed. It is architecture. We are hearing reports that Apple is bringing back a level of customization we haven't seen since the Intel days. The rumor is that the M5 architecture allows for the uncoupling of CPU and GPU blocks. In the past, if you wanted the best graphics, you had to buy the most expensive CPU, even if you didn't need it. With the M5 Max Studio, you might finally be able to mix and match. You could prioritize a massive GPU for 3D work without overpaying for CPU cores you won't use. And speaking of that GPU, the estimates are terrifying for NVIDIA and AMD. If the base M5 is seeing 33% gains, the scaled-up M5 Ultra is going to be a monster. We are projecting performance that rivals a mobile RTX 5080. Imagine having that kind of graphical horsepower in a silent silver box that fits under your monitor. No fan noise, no massive tower, just pure, dense performance. The Mac Studio is maturing into the ultimate creative tool. Expect the standard pricing structure: $1,999 for the Max, and $3,999 for the Ultra. Now we have to talk about the sad news. The end of an era. The Mac Pro. For decades, the cheese grater tower has been the symbol of Apple's ultimate power. But the writing is on the wall. The Mac Pro hasn't been updated in over 2 years. It is currently being sold with an M2 Ultra chip, which is archaic in tech years. It is slower than a laptop you can buy today for half the price. The leaks suggest that development on the M4 Ultra, the chip that would have gone into a new Mac Pro, has been halted. Why? Comes down to physics. Apple creates Ultra chips by fusing 2 Max chips together using a bridge called ultrafusion. The report states that the M4 Max chip simply does not have the interconnects required for this fusion. An M4 Ultra is physically impossible. While the M5 Ultra exists, it is being funneled directly to the Mac Studio. Apple seems to have realized that the era of the massive tower is over. In the age of Apple Silicon, where memory and processors are integrated on a single fast chip, you don't need a massive case for cooling or expansion cards that don't even work with the architecture. The Mac Studio has effectively cannibalized the Mac Pro. Why would anyone pay $3,000 more for a Mac Pro that has the same chip as the Studio, just to get a bigger aluminum box? It makes no sense. The market has spoken, and sales are practically non-existent. So it looks like 2026 will be the year Apple finally pulls the plug. The Mac Studio is the new king. The tower is dead. So where does that leave us? 2026 is shaping up to be a pivotal year. We are seeing a divergence in the lineup. On the low end, the M5 Mac Mini is becoming so powerful that it makes entry-level PCs look like a bad joke. It is the perfect computer for 90% of the population. On the high end, the Mac Studio is evolving into a customizable beast that can handle Hollywood-level production pipelines. And the middle ground, the confused, expensive Mac Pro, is being cut loose to streamline the future. This is a bolder, more aggressive Apple. They are not just competing with PC manufacturers, they are trying to erase them. Whether you are a gamer looking at that 33% boost, or a video editor waiting for the M5 Ultra, there has never been a better time to be a Mac user. What are your thoughts on this shakeup? Are you sad to see the Mac Pro go? Or do you agree that the Studio is the future? And are you planning to pick up that M5 Mac Mini for gaming? Let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon to stay ahead of the curve. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.